Hey there, fun food fans. It's Karen Ricks, head chef of our kitchen classroom, and I am getting tucked in here today in my kitchen in Tirana, Albania, with an assortment of locally available ingredients and feeling especially celebratory. And so I've been wondering recently why it is that certain types of foods or certain types of flavors only seem to come into our periphery, into under consideration in specific seasons when that's not necessarily the only time those things are available. Having lived outside the United States for the last 13 years now, we've really gotten away from a lot of traditional year-end celebrations, but there are some flavors that we've been kind of missing. And so feeling especially celebratory today, we are going to create a Thanksgiving kind of feast of flavors. And it's not even November. So come on down and take a look at what we are pulling together for what's normally a kind of collection of leftovers, but we're gonna make it from scratch. All right, come on down. Let's get started with our turkey. All right, so what I have here in this tray is some seasoned turkey drumsticks. And all I did was add a hefty dose of salt, pepper, and some dried sage. Coated both sides and tuck these in the refrigerator overnight. If you can't do it for that long or you're just not interested in something extra lengthy, I'd encourage you to dry season your meat for at least a half an hour or so. By leaving it overnight, we allowed the mixture to really start to penetrate and also to draw out some of the flavor that we really want to incorporate while we're cooking the meat. So this is essentially a dry brine. What we're going to do now is prepare our roasting pan here we've got some carrots, and I'm going to chop these very roughly. This is not something that's intended to be small. In fact, I rather want large chunks here because we're going to use these to help lift and elevate the meat off of the bottom of the dish. And to that, I'm also going to add some onion. I've just got some white onion peeled here, and I'm going to quarter this just like that. Again, not trying to get super small pieces. I purposely want them, let's go ahead and cut these in eighths because that's still a bit larger than what I want here. I purposely want some large chunks in here to elevate our meat up off of the bottom of the tray. All right, so we're going to chop these pieces here. Oh, that came out, that's okay. And I also have some garlic. Got a little bit of green garlic here. I mostly want the head here. We'll use the rest of it later. So I can put the whole thing in there just like that. And that is going to get beautifully roasted while we are cooking our turkey. And all of these beautiful aromatics are going to help add flavor, not only during the cooking process of the meat, but also with the drippings that they provide. And we're going to utilize those later in our dish. But before we put the meat on top here, I'm going to add just a little drizzle of olive oil. Like so. We want to make sure that everything gets a nice coating. And hefty dose of salt. Okay. And I'm just going to use my hands and get in here and make sure all of the vegetables are appropriately coated with the oil. Just get in there. Don't be afraid. It's just a little bit of olive oil. Not a big deal. All right, so you can see I'm putting the cut side of these garlic heads down. There we go. Okay, and now you can see we've got a nice raised bed on which to put our turkey. One last thing though, I'm going to add, this is just about a cup of water to the bottom of the pan, and that's going to help to collect our turkey drippings and help make a nice flavorful liquid. It's also going to help create some steam in the oven while our turkey roasts. So here we go. I'm going to take these drumsticks and just set them nicely up on top here, side by side. And there we go. And this is going to go into a 200-degree oven for about an hour to cook. There we are. Right on into the hot oven. And this is the beauty of roasting, because once that simple preparation is done, we can toss it aside into the oven, and now we've got time to clean up this mess and make some of the other beautiful, flavorful things that we want to pair with our summer roasted turkey drumsticks. I'm feeling celebratory already. How about you? I will see you in the next segment.